Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing His word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, and I'm gonna start in Acts 8 and 26. All right, it says, "And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go toward the south, unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is a desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasures, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot reading Isaiah the prophet." All right, so the Ethiopian was reading Isaiah the prophet, all right, or the book of Isaiah, right? So it continues on. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, "Go near and join thyself to this chariot." And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, understandest thou what thou readest? All right, so what Philip asked the Ethiopian is, you reading the scriptures, but do you understand it? All right, because you have to be nurtured in the scriptures. Somebody has to teach you. All right, and a lot of the times, somebody might realize that they're Israelite, or learn that they're Israelite, and they'll try to, I guess you would say, do it without any help, without any guidance. Like our guidance through the Spirit is, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, so you got a lot of these cats who know they Israelites, and they dibbling and dabbling in other doctrines. You know what I'm saying? They using another name, whether it be Ahaya, or simply calling the Most High Yah, or the Sabbath, if it's Friday to Saturday instead of going off the new moon. All right, they get all these different doctrines in their head, and they're confused. All right, if you're learning from all these different camps, of course, Salaki, of course you're gonna be confused. You know what I mean? Because you're learning different ways of conducting yourself as an Israelite. All right. So going back to the scripture, Philip asked the Ethiopian, "Do you even understand what you're reading?" All right, which is a question that can be asked to a lot of people that know that they're Israelites. Do you even really understand what you're reading? All right, you're an Israelite, all right, but do you really understand what goes into it? All right, it says, and Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. All right, so the Ethiopian knew what it was. I need somebody to teach me. Like going back to, a lot of brothers, a lot of people that know they Israelites, they don't think nobody got to teach them. They think that they can just, do it on their own. Like I was told, ain't no need to say no names, but I was told, by, a man that know he's an Israelite that I was building with. And he said, he referred back to the Israelites wanting a king over them, which first was Saul. All right, and he said, I learned from that, and that's why no man can be over me, or I don't let nobody, rule over me. But to the contrary, all right, you need somebody to teach you these scriptures. All right, you need somebody to teach you. And we always taught, even though apostles and elders was taught, they got elders. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody to teach you. And the Ethiopian, all right, that's referred to in the scripture, he was in the right spirit. All right, how can I learn unless somebody? How can I know what I'm reading unless somebody teach me what All right. So he humbled himself down and accepted the fact that he had to be taught by Philip. All right. And he said, how can I except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that would come up and sit with him, because you gotta want somebody to teach you, right? Everybody come into the truth, all right, under somebody. You know, you under somebody. Somebody's your God, all right? Somebody teaching you. Somebody who letting you know what it is. You may, not understand certain scriptures, all right? Just like my man, I'm sending you scriptures and giving you scriptures, and you telling me what they mean. Not that I'm the all-knowing. All right, I'm still a babe in this thing, but still, having more experience, all right, and sitting through more breakdowns. Of course, I'm gonna know a little bit more than you, all right. And this is not just me and this guy, but everybody. Like, when I first came into the truth, I had to humble myself down and learn. Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, but also other brothers that was teaching me. I had to learn. I couldn't, tell you what it was. How can I know? And you've been doing this longer than me, So that was just an example where, somebody, humbling themselves down to learn the word, all right? I'm gonna get Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, the Most High is going to give you pastors according to his heart. All right? And the pastors that the Most High is going to give you according to his heart may not be desirable. It may not be the people that you think it should be, it ain't damn sure ain't going to be them pastors in the church. All right? And if you're an Israelite, you're an Israelite, why are you still going to church anyway? Why? What are you doing in them church houses when the scriptures condemn those pastors and those false prophets? Why are you going there? You're an Israelite, but you in the church, the Black Baptist church. All right, Most High is going to give you pastors according to his heart. All right, the man that he see fit to speak his word. All right, just like going back to Acts I just read when he sent Philip, that was a pastor according to his heart. Paul, all right, John, Jeremiah, Isaiah, these are pastors according to the Most High's heart. All right, just like the brothers that you see on the street doing this thing is the pastors according to the Most High's heart. You might have a past, you might have not be comely as you want. I ain't got no 3-piece suit. You just like the other brothers. I ain't no expensive cologne. I no jets. You know what I'm saying? Like, we poor, all right? The poor speaking to the poor, all right? The pastors according to the Most High's heart. That's who he gonna send. All right, not who you want it to be, man. And you need guidance. All right, everybody needs guidance. Nobody runs out the womb. When you run out the womb, you don't know anything. All right, the scriptures say, unless a man be born again, meaning you gotta become a babe, man. And when you a baby, you don't know nothing. Which I'm gonna get into that later, but you don't know nothing. Who runs out the womb knowing anything? Especially for brothers out there that may have children. A child is stupid. They don't know nothing. Not trying to be disrespectful, but a child is a dummy. A child to drink a cup of bleach, put the fork in the outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're stupid. All right. So when you're being reborn, you have to be as a child and follow blindly. All right, because that's what children do. If you're teaching them right, they'll follow you blindly. So you have to follow the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua blindly. Just know what these scriptures are telling you is the right thing. And, to the best of your ability, conduct yourself as a righteous man, all right? Follow the Lord to the best of your ability, all right? And be subject unto your teachers, all right? Like the scriptures say, be subject unto your masters, all right? When the scriptures